Hello, 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 everybody. Whoa. Okay, so I've turned the light on, and um, I know you guys can see me good, but it's kind of blinding me. It's like a deer in the headlights, you know what I mean? Like, what? What is that? Let's see. Let's see if I can hook up my. Do I want to hook up my ring light? Yeah, we'll leave it like this for a little bit. Okay, guys, so here's what's up. Here's what's going on. Just kind of trying to figure out this YouTube stuff. I've been watching some videos on how, well, YouTube has this thing where you pay money and it's supposed to get you more subscribers and more views. So I'm watching some videos on that. I'm not really to that point yet where I think I want to do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give up on YouTube. But I don't know if I'll ever get monetized. And I don't know if YouTube watches these videos or not. I kind of doubt if they sit there and watch all these videos. I think they have like computers that kind of detect like what's going on and stuff. But yeah, you know, like everything else in the world, it's all about money. If you got money, or a good looking, if you're a good looking woman, or you got money, you can get a lot of stuff off of YouTube. But I'm starting to find out that oh, I don't know, man. I can't really say for sure, like why I'm not getting as many views as I thought I would get. It's kind of crazy, man, that everybody in the world has a phone, right? Literally like everybody. If you're like 10 years old and older, you have a phone, right? And almost everybody has the internet. Even if you don't have a phone, hi, how y'all doing? So if I put out a video and I get, let's say I get 40 views or 100 views, that's like literally nothing, man. I mean, if you compare that to even the people in the town that I live in, right? That's nothing. That's like maybe half the people on my block, right? 40 views. So it's definitely something going on. You know, I mean, they're not getting my stuff's not getting out there. Okay. Yeah, I ask people sometimes. I say, "Hey, do you recognize me?" No, should I? Do you ever see me on? Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm happy that you beat it. That's great. Um, but I'd ask somebody like, "Hey, man, do you ever see me on YouTube?" And they're like, "No." I said, "Do you ever what? Do you ever go on YouTube?" And they're like, "Yeah, every day." I'm like, all right. So, anyways, that's that. Um, there is a guy that I see on YouTube, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he's good. He's a really good guitar player. Um, I'm not like real crazy about what he does, you know, but he's really good. And I've actually seen where he has played with other bands. And hang on just a second, okay? But I've seen where where he's actually been on the stage in a big coliseum where he played, but he still doesn't get any views. A lot of his videos only get like 100 views, 200 views. That's nothing. So I'm just trying to figure all this stuff out, man. How does this work? What is the key to doing this? There's got to be something. You know what I mean? There's got to be some kind of a thing going on, because I see like little kids, right? 300,000 views. How the heck is that little kid getting 300,000 views, right? But then I notice that his family's got money. I mean, you can tell they got money. And when they show like their equipment and how many guitars he has and how much equipment they have, and like they're flying around to different places, the family has money. So I'm trying to figure out, is this kid getting 300,000-400,000 views because they're paying for it? Because that's kind of what it seemed like. The kid, he is very good. He is very good. But there's a lot of kids that are very good. And yeah, like I said, man, I'm just trying to get it figured out. Okay, so you beat cancer and you almost died. Well, that is good that you're not dead. I can say that for sure. And what kind of cancer did you have, if I can ask you? Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Because I tell my doctor when I go up there, I say, you know, there's a couple of things in life that I'm a little concerned about, you know, being like in my family, in our genes. One is cancer. And I really like to make sure that I don't get cancer, and that if I do get cancer, we catch it really early, you know, so I don't die of it. Because I don't want to die, you know, young. You know, hey, 80, like maybe 90, then the hell with it, right? Let's get it on, man. Let's get going. I'll go down and buy me a how they call that? A urn? I don't know how you call it, man. But I'll go down and pick one out and say, here you go. And when they get done cremating me, put me in there. Put me up on the shelf or something. Funerals just cost too much money. It's just another gimmick. That's all it is, man. There's a funeral home, and I'm sorry I'm talking about funeral homes. But there's a funeral home in Wichita, Kansas, that advertises the complete funeral for around $3,000. Now, I know that's about as cheap as it gets, right? But for $3,000, that's doable. Okay, so I take it that you're not here with me anymore. I apologize about not like responding to when you were saying something, but I was trying to say something that I wanted to talk about. And if I don't talk about it, then I'll get sidetracked and it will just go away. All right, so I really did want to talk about it. But seeing this one guy, as good as he is, and as much as he plays out in the public, and all of his videos that he puts on here, and they get literally almost no views, it's a little bit discouraging, to be honest with you. I'm not, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know what, I don't even know what to think about that crap. I guess just play and have fun. kind of did want to make a little something off of YouTube. But if it don't happen, I guess it don't happen. I'm still going to play. So what y'all up to today? But I tell you, man, like so much stuff in the world is such a gimmick that it just really does get to me. Like, I just looked at my Facebook because I had a deal that popped up, so I took a look at it. Okay, we're wanting to buy a Subaru. So I've looked at some Subarus, right, online. So now I get the Subaru stuff on my Facebook. And it's a gimmick. They say, oh, find out what the invoice price is. You know, not what the suggested retail price, but what the invoice price, right? So you're like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's see it. Oh, it's a gimmick. It's a way to get you to put your information in, and then they start contacting you. It's a gimmick. I don't understand why everything has to be a gimmick. You know, I don't like that crap. I don't think other people like that crap. If you advertise that there's a different price, you know, a retail price instead of or not a retail invoice price, right? And it's supposed to be cheaper, right? If you're advertising that, then show it, right? But that's not what it is. It's a thing to get you to put your information in there. That's all it is. It's just a gimmick. So yeah, that's the world we live in, man. Everybody's got a gimmick. You either beat them, or how they say that. If you can't beat them, join them. When I was in the drain cleaning business, there were some guys that I got kind of introduced to. And these guys were making it, like getting, I wouldn't say they were getting wealthy, but they were making a decent amount of money. And the more I got to know these people, and I actually done a little bit of business with them, what I learned is that they were crooked as hell. They would take advantage of every single person they had the opportunity to take advantage of. But if you asked them, they would get mad and say, "No way, I'm not taking advantage of nobody." And I'd say, "Well, all right, but I don't want to do business with you no more, okay? Because I don't want that crap on my name. My van's sitting out in front of this house, and what you're doing to these customers isn't right. And I don't want nothing to do with it." And he said, "Then you'll never make any money." And I said, "All right, well, if I can't make any money by being honest, then I'm in the wrong business, because I'm not going to do that to people." I had a camera, and this guy did not have a camera. But to make money, he would advertise that he had a camera. So he'd get people to call him to come and do a camera job on a sewer line. Well, because he didn't have a camera, he would hire me to run my camera down in the sewer line. Okay. Then he said, "I don't want you to say a word. When you're running that camera, I'll do the talking." All right. I'm like, what's up with this guy, man? Okay, whatever, you know. So I started running the camera in there, and I seen a little bit of tree roots, and right away this guy starts his crap about, when you see tree roots, this sewer line has failed. This sewer line needs to be excavated and replaced. And I'm like, oh man, that's not right. That's not right. And yeah, it just went on and on and on. When we got done doing the camera job, now this lady was going to buy the house. She was trying to buy this house. When that guy left, she asked me, she said, I want your honest opinion. Do you think the sewer line needs to be dug up? And I said, well, I'm not really supposed to talk to you about stuff like that. And she said, well, I'm not really like, I'm not stupid. The sewer line didn't look that bad to me. It just had a few tree roots that could be cleaned out. And I said, that's true. It does need a good cleaning. Excuse me, guys. But I didn't come right out and say, I knew if I did, then that guy's going to call me and chew my ass out and then maybe not pay me for the job I did. But I did tell her this. I said, if you do decide to clean the line out, you could call me and I'll come clean the line out. We could just talk about things a little bit further, because if she hired me to go clean out the drain, then that's my business, right? And what I tell her is between her and I. But after that day, I told that guy, no more. No more, man. I didn't know that's what you were going to do to that woman. I said, no more. I'm not doing that. And he said, it's a way of making a lot of money. And I said, it's taking advantage of people is what it is. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And he said, it's not really like taking advantage, because in a real estate deal like that, they're going to dig up that line and replace it. And it's going to be part of the real estate deal. And I said, I don't matter to me, man. I don't want no part of it no more. And then there was another guy that I got connected with. It was a different guy, right? He sent me to a house because the kitchen drain was plugged up. So I went in and I unplugged the kitchen drain. And the lady said, look at my garbage disposal. Do you think that it needs to be replaced? And I looked at it and I said, no, it looks pretty new to me. I mean, the property that I was at, the house was, I would say, within 5 years old. And I said, no, the garbage disposal looks, and actually they're not called a garbage disposal, or called a food disposal. And I said, no, it looks fine. And she said, well, your friend, the one that told me to call you, came over yesterday and said that my disposal needed to be replaced. And this is the estimate he gave me. And I looked at the estimate and I'm like, that's just for the disposal? She said, yes. It was $500 and some. And so what the deal was, is the disposal was jammed. It had something in it. And I showed her, I said, you see this little wrench down here that comes with, this little wrench comes with the disposal. You stick that little wrench right in here and you turn it. And then whatever's in there, you can look in there with a flashlight and you can see whatever it is that's in there. And you can get it out with you can stick your hand in there and get it out. Just make sure no one turns it on while your hand's in there, right? But there again, you see, I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't really know what was going on until she showed me the estimate that he had given her. And then I just told her, it got me mad. I got mad about it. And I said, you know what? No. I said, there's nothing wrong with your disposal. And he did call me and he said, hey, thanks a lot, man. I lost $500 off of you. And I said, look, man, you want to go around and take advantage of people? That's your business, but don't get me involved in it. I don't want to do business with you no more. Just leave me alone. And then people were saying, like, you know what, that's not too smart, man, because these guys are wealthy. And I said, they're wealthy because they're crooks. I don't want to be no part of that crap. I would rather just be like, have enough money to pay my bills. If that's the way it's going to be, that's that. But I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be lying to people and taking advantage of people. All right, guys, maybe I should start a YouTube channel about that. I always told people when I got done doing, like, when I retired, I was going to write a book. I ought to start a YouTube channel about doing plumbing. There's so many people out there, man, they just want to rob you. And to them, it's okay because it's business. It's not business. It's screwing someone over is what it is. Check this out, guys. I got this amplifier, right? And it's got like, it's got a Bluetooth right here. You see the amplifier? So when I tap on that amplifier, it'll connect my phone to this amplifier. And then in this amplifier, it has all these different effects, all these different pedals and all these different amps. And you can go in there and you can make adjustments to the pedals, and you can make adjustments. You can swap out the pedals, you can swap out the amps. And it's really cool, man. I mean, you talk about some technology here. I got some of these set up how I really like them. Let me see what this one, I never messed with that one before. But I'm gonna give you a little example how we can turn this stuff up. Okay, you see this? I never looked at that one before, okay? So we're gonna take some of this distortion out of here. Like I say, you can adjust the pedals. I'm gonna adjust this pedal. Get this kind of where I like it. When I do start working on a pedal like this, I usually go kind of like in the middle of everything. See that? Uh-oh. You can't see it. So I kind of go like in the middle, right? Then I kind of start trying to adjust it a little bit. Like, I don't want a lot of distortion, but I want a little bit. I don't know what the filter is, to be honest with you, but I'm going to turn that filter down. Okay, I got that kind of where I want it. Let's check out the amp. The amp is a Tweed amp, kind of like mine. Let's turn the bass. Let's see. We'll leave the bass at about, we'll leave the bass at about 7. We're going to do the mid at about 5. We're going to do the treble at about probably 4. The volume is at 10. Let's see. I'll put the volume at 10. I'm going to put the gain, because the pedal's taking care of that gain. Okay, and then it's got another pedal down here. It is a reverb, a small room reverb. Okay, let's start in the center. Let's put everything kind of in the center. I think people call that like that, the 12 o'clock or something like that. Okay, like that. Now, what happens when I shut it off? Okay, can't really tell much of a difference there. Let's do like, okay, let's add a little tone to it. Let's add the diffuser. I can hear a little reverb. Okay, let's see what we got, okay? That's a pretty good sound. I just came down here and I just picked this guitar up. I didn't even touch the guitar yesterday. I mean, not this one. I did upstairs, but I had a guy over working on my air conditioner yesterday. I'm going to teach a lesson. I'm going to make a video on a lesson. This lesson is how to play the Star Spangled Banner. And I couldn't tell if it said 9 or 0. I was trying to see how many people were watching me. I'm going to do a really quick lesson on this. And then later I'm going to make a video just for this. But this is going to be kind of a practice video, and if you guys want to watch me, and if you want to maybe see how I play this, this is a Star Spangled Banner, and you want to start right here, okay? This is the 4th fret on the G string. Okay, and then you're going to go to the 6th fret on the D string. So, and then the 7th fret on the A string. Okay, so here, then you're going to go back. Then you're going to go to the 9th fret on the G. Just one time, right? Okay. Okay, then the 9th fret on the B string to the, and then you're going to go up to the 5th fret on the B string. Same thing. Okay, to the 9th fret of the, that gets a little confusing. That's why when I make this video, I'm going to write everything down, so I don't have to really think about it, and I'll have it written down and I can just say it, you know, as I'm doing it. Let me play it for you first, and then I'll try to explain a little bit more just for this video here, okay? Okay, will play it really, really slow. I'm not going to say what fret or what string. Let's get it to where you can see it really good. And I'm going to play it really slow. But later, I'm going to do a lesson on it where I'll have everything written out. But that's not going to work for me to try to tell you because I'll probably make a big mess out of it trying to explain to you what frets I'm trying to play and all that stuff. But you see it? All right. Well, when you have like a lot of distortion on and you have it turned up pretty loud, you can get some really cool sounds out of that. And you can definitely make it your own, right? Uh, just my opinion, probably not a true fact, my opinion. I think Jimi Hendrix kind of overdone it, but that was him on heroin, right? So, yeah, man, I mean, you can make it as clean as you want it. You can make it as dirty as you want it. Crank up the distortion, crank up the volume, and go nuts. But like I say, man, if you want to just play it clean. I messed that up, didn't I? All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Nobody wants to watch an old man that long, right? So, I am going to get out of here. I'm gonna go check on my dog because I heard him jumping around upstairs. My dog is old. He's getting older. And he's starting to like poop wherever he wants to poop. It's not cool, man. I looked, he was sitting on the couch earlier and I was over there, I was sitting kind of across the, I don't know, I was maybe like 6 or 7 feet away from where he was at. And I was sitting there playing around with my guitar and watching TV. And I looked over and I said, what the hell is that, next to him? And I went, he pooped on the couch. I'm like, nah, dude, that ain't cool. And I had just let him out. He literally was just outside, like 10 minutes before I seen the poop. So, I don't know, man. I mean, his poop is hard, so it doesn't hurt a lot. It doesn't make a big mess or anything. But he started doing this probably, 4 or 5 months ago, and it's getting worse now. I told my wife, I said to bring home, she works at a nursing home. I said, bring home some of those. They have pads that absorb like pee, right? And they set them like in the chairs, like in the wheelchairs. And then that way, if the old people pee, it absorbs it and it doesn't get everywhere. God loves you? All right. Well, may God bless you too, man. I appreciate it. Yes, whew, that's a mystery, man. That's a mystery, brother. I have a different outlook on God and the devil and demons and life and people getting sick and people dying and people say, like, how could God be so cruel? You know, to give a little kid a disease that makes them so uncomfortable, makes them suffer, and makes them die. How could God be like that? And I have a different outlook on it, man. I kind of think that the devil, that's the devil. That's not God, that's the devil. Because the devil is powerful. Don't think, no one really talks about the devil, right? They always just talk about God, 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 Jesus, God, you know, all that. And they never say nothing about the devil, Satan. It's a thing, man. I'm telling you, it's a thing. The devil has power. The devil is involved in a lot of stuff. The devil will destroy you. He loves to destroy lives. He'll destroy you mentally, physically. Um, I don't think that God is the one that makes these little kids sick. I think the devil makes the little kids sick. So what do you think about that? Kind of crazy, right? I was in a church one time and the pastor started talking like that. And I said, yeah, there you go. Amen, man. Amen. Don't blame that stuff on God. God didn't do that. That's the devil. That's the devil's work. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. But y'all stop and think about it for a little bit, man. The devil does have powers. The devil does work. He does things to people. I'm going to charge up my little, and I was showing you the amplifier, how it has that. Well, this here is a little deal that you plug into your guitar. It's mainly for headphones, right? Well, it uses the same app as this is called a Mustang Mini, and that's a Mustang amp. But it uses the same app and has all the same settings in it as the amplifier does. That's kind of why I bought both of them, because they kind of go together. It's kind of like I don't know, man. It's just kind of they go together. They work together like that. The really cool thing about this amplifier, having those pedals in there, and it's very lightweight. It's only about 25 pounds, but it's still a 50-watt amp. So it has some decent volume to it. It's for going out and playing. I put on shows at nursing homes. And I'm not doing any shows right now because I'm trying to redo things. Like, I got that amplifier. I need to get more used to playing with it. That's kind of why I have it on right now. And I'm going to get some new speakers. And then I'm going to try to charge these nursing homes. And hopefully I can get a few of them to pay me to go play. What I do is not like, okay. You know what they say, like, think out of the box? If you want to do something and you want to stand out, do something different. Well, what I do is different, okay? I play along with the music. I cut out the guitar part, and it's like playing in a band, only I play the guitar. And I will be honest with you. I get a lot of haters, men mainly. And I think a lot of it, number one, is that they're jealous that they never thought about that. They're jealous because they don't know how to work technology. They're jealous because I'm doing something and they're not, you know? But, yeah. I'm not too worried about what other people think when it comes to my guitar playing. as long as the old people that I play for like it. And they love it, man. I've played at a lot of places, and every place I played at, the elderly people that I'm performing for absolutely love it. They clap their hands, they sing, they get up, they dance around. I say funny things, you know, and then I do talk about God, and I do talk about Jesus, because a lot of them people are in the nursing home because they're in there getting ready to, well, they're getting ready to die. They're in the nursing home. They're in their 80s or 90s, and they need someone to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves anymore. So I do talk about God, and I do talk about Jesus, and I do play Christian music. And I need to get some old gospel music like that Johnny Cash and June Carter sang, because they really like that kind of stuff. So that's something that I really do need to work on. I think I'll make a note of that. And you'd be really surprised too, like what I do, being on YouTube, I make videos, I practice a lot, I study a lot, like music and stuff, and I make videos, and I do live talk shows like I am right now. Let's see, get more old gospel, we'll try a P. More gospel. Get more gospel songs. All right. But it keeps me really busy. From the time I get up to the time I go to bed, I'm busy. Every day, all day. You're just always busy. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here, okay? I'm Robert. This is Guitar Journeys. Thank you very much for watching me. If you do see me out in the public and you recognize me, just say, "Hey, Robert!" Right? Don't say anything rude. I'm not punching. No. I'm too old to be punching people, but don't say nothing rude to me, okay? Be nice. You be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. All right, later. See y'all later.